Shoulder pain can be annoying and get in the way of daily life activities, but before assuming the worst, we're going to show you some easy tests you can try at home and see if your shoulder can get better.
Wow. Oh, anyways, I did want to say we're going to take a trip down memory lane, and not only going to show you some tests how to assess your shoulder, but we're going to show self-treatments on how to fix it.
So before we go to the blast from the past, we want to mention that after that, we're going to give you a bonus tip from our friend Rick Olderman that can really help relieve your shoulder pain.
There you go.
You want to do your sound effects again, or?
Yes, so here we go. I thought we were going to do the intro, but we're going into the time warp.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Today we're going to do what is causing your shoulder pain, tests you can do yourself, plus we're going to show a couple self-treatments.
Right.
It's an updated video. We did this one before, but we're trying to improve upon it.
Right.
Give it a little better sound.
Bob, it's not uncommon to have shoulder pain, particularly in the backside, and it's not from your shoulder at all. It can be from your neck, and we're going to show you how to do it on this video.
All right. If you're new on our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to our website, bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section because we're always giving something away. Sign up for that. We don't know what it is. Check it out.
It's a future video.
It's a future video. It'll really be cool. Go to Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page there if you want. If that's the social medium you prefer. If you prefer a short version of us, go to Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. 60 seconds of Bob and Brad a day. Let's start with the test, Brad.
All right, Bob. So we're going to go right to the beginning. And this is what I always do in the clinic. If I get someone with shoulder pain, I screen the neck first to make sure there isn't...
What he's referring to is, yeah, quite often neck problem can send pain down into the shoulder. So you want to make sure, because you don't want to treat your shoulder if it's actually coming from your neck.
Right.
So you can do these simple tests.
Yeah, it may sound funny, but it's happened.
It happens quite often.
Yeah, more than you may want to think about. So I have someone sit in their chair and I say, scoot your bottom back in your chair, look down.
Good posture,
Yep.
good posture.
Good posture, shoulders back, look down. Go to your right shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder, rotate over your left shoulder. And then I'm going to have you look back like this as far as you can. Now, if all that is normal, just like Bob and I demonstrated, and you have no pain associated with your shoulder pain, it's probably not your neck.
Right.
I'm going to make this brief, but typically, if I have neck problems that are referring pain to the shoulder, I'll see a limit range of motion to the right or to the left. In other words, to the left, they can go this far, and to the right, that far, and then it hurts here. And then looking back like this, it hurts right about there, and it hurts in the neck and in the shoulder. And then you could assume you've got a neck problem.
It could be flexion too. It could be, you know, flexion could bring it on. But if you're moving the neck and it's hurting the shoulder, could be a neck problem.
Right. And it's possible you have neck and a shoulder problem.
Yep. We've seen that too.
But if you've got normal range with the neck, doesn't bother your shoulder at all, then we're going to go on to the next thing is the shoulder itself. And this is a simple test. Just see if you can, straight in front of you, lift your arm up. And if it's real painful and you can't get it up and you're kind of doing this, I'll have patients, they're
compensating.
The body's doing the work and it's painful. That's almost certainly a shoulder problem. I'm thinking, maybe a rotator cuff, maybe a tear, we don't know. But
even a really bad impingement can feel like that at first.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And then the other thing, if the person can go like this and it hurts, but they can get through it, and then they get up to here, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's called a painful arc syndrome, very common with impingement syndrome.
Right.
And that happens going out to the side of the abduction. I've seen that where it hurts, not so bad up here. Going down, it hurts in there, and then it's better. That's that painful arc, and that can be helped with some of the treatments that we're going to show at the end of the video.
Sure.
The next one is with your arms like this. Okay, with one hand, you're going to reach over and pull your fist towards your stomach, but with the other hand, you're going to resist it. So it's like an isometric. So if the good side, I always test the good side first. This is my sore shoulder. It's strong. And then I do the same thing here. and it's weak and a little painful and it goes right in quite easily, that's a very good sign it's in that rotator cuff problem.
Yeah, and you can also actually test it this way too. Put the arm up. Let's say this is the side that's giving you trouble. Take the other arm and push right above the elbow and push down. See if you can hold it up. If you have a rotator cuff and you push it almost immediately gives away.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Very common, very classic sign for rotator cuff tear.
Right. And then there's some specific tests for impingement. We're going to go through 3 of them. You can do all of these yourself. And by the way, impingement problems are probably around 80% from
very common to have impingement, and impingement problems can lead to rotator cuff tears.
Right. Exactly.
So,
if you abuse them,
if you let it go,
don't work through the pain on it.
Right.
Okay, so the first one is quite simple. If here's the shoulder that's in question, the painful one, take the right hand, put it over the left shoulder just like this, and then lift that elbow up while the hand maintains contact on the shoulder. You can put a little overpressure here. If that creates that shoulder pain, that's a positive sign.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
means
good chance it's impingement.
Yeah.
Then do the second one. It's kind of similar, except for you're going to go up like this. You may have to help with the other hand, and it's near. And I always remember because you bring the arm near to the ear. And when you get up here and you give a little overpressure, if you feel pinching and pain in the shoulder, probably impingement syndrome. The next one is crossover. This is a sore one. You bring it over this way to the opposite shoulder, and you get some impingement there. It's like, oh, that hurts. Again, if all 3 of those are positive, it's very
right.
strong.
If this one just is the only one, this could be the end of the clavicle or collarbone too. That's a test for that too. So yeah, you're looking for, I mean, an approximation with each one of these, and you want to get it confirmed by your doctor then.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, if you have impingement problem, again, the painful arc one is you have that, and the tests are all positive, and your shoulder is usable, but it's painful, particularly reaching things out of the cupboard or reaching overhead is uncomfortable. Here's some nice exercises, and we've been using these for a long time, and we find that they're probably the easiest to do, and we show them to all of our patients.
Yes, we do.
So the first one, Statue of Liberty. Actually, this one, I named it, and I guess I did get the name for this, huh, Bob?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got the name for both of them.
I had a 13-year-old baseball player. He was pitching, and he obviously overhead pain, and we showed him the Statue of Liberty. And so he was sitting on his chair, and he goes like, what you need is a booyah stick, a broomstick, something that you can put on your chair here. And you can do
5 feet high, right?
Yep. 5 foot long, works good. At a diameter you can grab a hold of it. Something you can get a good grip on, doesn't slip. And Bob's going to do it seated. I'm going to do it standing.
Yeah,
you can do it
either
either way.
Sideways.
And I'm going to reach up here. If you're standing, you're going to put the stick on a cupboard or chair. And you simply lean forward and you relax the arm. And I had one person, I had him do this, and he came back and he went like this. He would slide his hand down. You can't let your hand slide down. You're giving it a stretch.
You might even start a little lower and stretch and then work your way up. I've had a lot of elderly people do it this way, where they work their way up and start out lower. By the way, Brad, we got an email from somebody. He was a swimmer in college, national champion. Of that caliber.
Yep.
And he said this helped him greatly.
Oh, I can imagine, because you really want to reach out there. Yep. Swimmers, it's definitely a good. Now, if you do this and it creates sharp pain and it just hurts, you're not ready for it.
No, this should feel good.
Yeah, it should be like a stretch. Maybe a little pain at first, but within seconds, it calms down and feels like a good stretch. So be mindful of that. Don't overdo it. And you're going to do it, between 5 and 10 times, as long as it feels good. And you can do that every 2-3 hours throughout the day.
Sure, you can throw it in throughout the day. Exactly right.
Don't do it while you're driving. Just a joke. Okay. Next one, Bob.
We're going to do the chicken wing.
Should we do the back scratcher first and lead that into the...
Sure. The back scratcher.
Well,
Oh, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know what you call it. What do you call it?
well, I call this
Okay.
a back scratcher
Sure.
now.
Sure.
So if this is the arm that's got the impingement, the painful arc syndrome, you're going to put. Now, if you do this with a stick other than the Booyah stick, make sure it's slippery. It's got a smooth surface because you want to slide it on your shirt. Because here's the problem right here. Typically, it's hard to do this.
Yes, initially you're probably only going to go down to here. If you compare the two, like this one's going to be up here, this one's going to be only that far.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to start working towards getting equal with the other side.
And that's a motion you do every day with getting dressed, tucking your shirt in, taking your wallet out of your back pocket. And we need
Putting
that.
on your bra.
Yes.
Rad, I hope you haven't been doing that lately.
Well, Bob, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so here
don't
we
either.
go. We digress. We're going to go up.
We regress.
You're not going to go into the pain. You're just going to go up till it starts to hurt and then go back down. Up, stretch, gentle stretch, back down. Do that maybe 10 times and give it a break and then come back and do it every couple hours.
The advanced version of this would be, then you're going to work to the point where you're doing this and you find this is getting pretty easy.
Yep.
Then you can actually bring it up and also bend the Booyah stick or the stick forward like this, not bending your body forward. You're keeping a good posture, but you're bending that arm forward. Don't hit your head. And this actually stretches it. And this really worked for me on an impingement. It worked.
Right.
I do it every morning yet. I do it preventatively because it's funny when I forget to do it, like for a couple days, it starts coming back. I feel it.
You got to do the
So,
maintenance.
Yep.
There's one warning on this. If you're doing this, and particularly if you're a larger person, and if you're using the broomstick, be careful so it doesn't break because it does. You'll never break a Booyah stick, but
Also, I don't want you doing this if your shoulders are prone to dislocation.
well, that's a good point, Bob.
I don't want you doing.
Again, it should not be painful, just a stretch. Wow, now that was quite a comprehensive assessment as well as self-treatments for your shoulder. Now, if it happens that one of those is not working, we do want to complete and improve our offering for how to fix your shoulder. And we're going to go through Rick Olderman. And go ahead, Mike, carry on because I'm babbling.
Improve our offering. Anyway, I don't know, I found that funny. So what you can do is when you're sitting down, whether it's in a computer chair, standard chair, couch recliner, if you can give some extra support to your shoulder on the painful side, that can relieve a lot of tension you may be having in your upper trap or neck area. Oftentimes people's shoulder blades can be depressed or down on the painful side. So if you see here, my armrests are all the way down. This is going to be putting a lot of tension on my shoulder. If I just raise it up like this side.
But wait, Mike, let me explain that a little more for some people. If the weight of the arm and the shoulder are not being supported, it's like me pulling the gravity, pulling that whole shoulder blade down, stressing the muscle, stressing the shoulder. So we need support, but this is too short.
So we're going to raise it up like I have on this side. You can see the difference of my shoulder blade here, or my upper traps here, and how big of an angle they are. So just get them much more supported. Now, people on a standard chair like Brad's can't adjust them, so what can you do?
Well, that's a good point. These are nice shoulder rests, but they're kind of hard and they're too low. Take a pillow right from your bed, fold it in half, and you're going to scooch it in there. And there we have a nice shoulder rest that's soft, and it really supports the weight of that arm, elevating and taking the stress off those upper traps and that scapulator.
Scapulator. Now, if you're in a recliner or couch and you have one armrest on that side, you can just try putting a pillow maybe the long way across it and just getting some more support there as well. That's just a good option. I realize sometimes if you're on a couch, you don't have support on one side. So then you need a lot of pillows over there.
There you go. And if you are using this situation, I would recommend even if one shoulder is not painful, do it on both sides, particularly if you're working at a workstation on a computer. You'll find it much nicer to work relaxed like this versus on a hard armrest or your arms dangling.
I want to know how many pillows you have at home.
Well, I got 27.
Did you?
But yeah, some of them are old.
Did you name them all too? Anyway, if you want to check out more videos on shoulder pain, you can click the video link on the screen.
That's right. Enjoy the day, and we hope those shoulders become pain-free.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists